Hi everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. It's Tuesday night. And can you believe we're on number 97 of my sketch challenges? So I'm finding it hard to believe that we're actually almost at number 100. I know it's kind of close to Christmas, but I hope some people will join. Hopefully you've dug yourself out if you live on the West Coast. We had quite a dump of snow. So, hey, Catherine, hopefully you shoveled yourself out. We managed to get out and get groceries today. We thought we better do that in case it did some more snowing, which it's supposed to do overnight and then again on Thursday. So, gosh, it was a crazy amount of snow. Anyway, tonight I'm here with another sketch challenge for you. So this is kind of a, I don't know, I'm going to say it's a little plain and simple, but there's so much you can do with it. And I'll maybe give you some ideas of what you can do. All right, I'm going to switch over and, oops, there we go. All right, so first of all, this is a sketch. So like I said, it feels kind of plain, but I think there's lots you can do with it. So card base can be either 5.5 by 8.5 or 4.25 by 11. And then layer number 1, which is the blue layer, is 4 inches by 5.25. And then you've got 2 layers here that are kind of these light orange and darker orange that are matted. So layer 2, the background, is 2.5 by 4. And then the front one is 2.25 by 3.75. And then a sentiment piece, 1/2 inch by 2 inches. Oh, Betty, very cold. Yes, gosh. They were talking -20 with the wind chill in Vancouver on the radio. I don't know what it's like, Catherine, but gosh, that's cold for us. Okay, so I'm going to keep it fairly plain, but I was going to, so you could use designer series paper for layer number 1. I'm going to use cardstock and emboss it just because I think I want some detail on the back. This is great for, I'm going to do some 2-step stamping. If you've got something that you could do some watercoloring on, it would be really pretty, or some coloring with blends. Or you could even use another piece of designer series paper or embossed cardstock and mat it, and then just have it have the sentiment kind of be the star of the show, or just the designer series paper probably be more of the star of the show. All right, let me show you what I'm going to use. This is, it's called Beautifully Happy, and this is a stamp set that you can get for free during Celebration, which starts January 5th. This is a level 2, so in Canada that's free with a $120 purchase. I don't know what these are called. I want to say they're hollyhocks. I may be completely wrong, but I'm gonna, yeah, I think they're hollyhocks. But so it's 2-step stamping, and these images are 85% of what they actually are. So I got a little surprised when I opened it up and found that this one that I was going to use might not quite fit on the piece of cardstock, or the piece of that I'm going to stamp it on. I think it'll mostly fit. How's that? Okay, so and it's got the detail, and then all of the the ones that go together to stamp the inside. But you could also color this one with your blends if you wanted to. All right, so let me bring in mine. So I'm using Orchid Oasis for my card base. Grabbing my paper trimmer. Oh yeah, I like this one. It's really pretty. We got this one in as a one of the stamp sets that we got in Vienna for on stage. I haven't used it yet, so this is the first one. So this is 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it at 4.25. Fold it into the mountain or the raised line, and burnish it with your bone folder. Okay, so then, now I have used another new product. This is the Cane embossing folder. I'm not sure what suite this is with. I think this is with the Regency Park suite, but I'm always like embossing folders that give you an all over background. So I thought that this would just be pretty as a background for the flowers. And I do find that using Stampin' Seal on the back of an embossed piece of cardstock works best. It just gets into the nook and crannies of your cardstock and holds it in. There we go. So just really nice piece of our background. Now, my layer, whatever that was, layer number 2, 2.5 by 4 is petal pink. And then I've got a piece of basic white that is 2.25 by 3 3/4. So that's what I'm going to stamp on. Okay. So I've got Orchid Oasis that I'm going to stamp the outline in, and then petal pink for the flowers, Daffodil Delight for the center of the flower, and then Pear Pizzazz for the leaves. Thought it might be kind of a pretty color combination. Okay, so as I said, I was caught a little bit by surprise about how big this stamp is. So it's not going to completely fit, but that's okay. I think it just, the stem's a little bit long, but I think it mostly fits. Yeah, not bad actually. Okay, I'm going to leave these open, then I don't have to open them again. Okay, so there are 4 different stamp sets that you use to color this in. So I'm going to stamp off. So you kind of have to fit this. So this is Pool Party, or not Pool Party. What am I talking about? It's Petal Pink. So I'm just going to take it and you just kind of turn it around. I don't think, well, maybe it does. I don't think it fits exact, but it fits pretty well. There we go. So I stamped off. So those are going to be quite light. And then these ones are for, is that where it goes? Yep. Okay, so these ones I'm going to do full strength, these buds, and the bottom of the, there we go. Okay, and then the leaves. Two-step stamping is so easy. It goes so fast. All right, and then the leaves are in Pear Pizzazz. Kind of lining it up. There we go. If it doesn't completely line up, it's not too bad. And then the center of my main flower, I'm going to do in Daffodil Delight. Just like that. There we go. Quite subtle, but I think it'll look nice with the Orchid Oasis. Okay, let's close my lids now that I've got that stamped. And then the only other thing I need to do is stamp my sentiment, and I'm going to do that in Orchid Oasis. Now I cut an extra piece, so this is my, oh, I got ink on my fingers. Let's get rid of that before we get it all over our card. Okay, so I cut my my sentiment piece 1/2 inch by, what did I say, 2. Now, there is a new punch in the upcoming catalog. I think it's called Happy Labels Punch. It's different widths, and you can get 2. One is kind of like a ticket. Sorry, maybe it's hard to see with the glare. Kind of like the end of a ticket. It's, oh, that's really hard to see. Sorry about that. And then one's just kind of smaller scallops. So I've used the smaller scallops. What I thought I'd do is just do one side. So I'm going to stamp the thank you in Orchid Oasis. Nice. These are nice little stamps. Okay. Oh, and then let's stamp the inside of our card while we have it. I'm just going to, there's some kind of just splatter here at the bottom, and I thought that's what I would just stamp since that sentiment or that flower is quite big. There is a smaller flower. I guess I could have stamped that. Okay, I think I got everything ready to go. So we can adhere this on. Like that. Okay, let that dry for a minute, hold it in place. And then I'm going to use dimensionals. One in the middle there, it's quite a large piece. Don't want this middle to kind of dip down. Okay. And then this goes maybe about 1/2 inch from the left-hand side and aligned top and bottom, roughly aligned top and bottom. Now, I'm going to line up these. I'm probably going to trim this off just a little bit on one side. So I'm just going to adhere this just with liquid glue. Like that. So it's just got a little bit of a scalloped edge on both pieces. And then I'm just going to take and trim that second one off to be the same. Oopsie, straight would be good. Okay. Should have grabbed my paper trimmer. Okay, so now I'm going to just take that and I'm going to line it up, align it with the edge of the embossed piece. Just putting dimensionals on the one side where it needs to butt up against the flower piece that is popped up. There we go. Oh, kind of pretty. All right, now, what did I grab for embellishments? I did grab some embellishments. I grabbed these. These are new as well. These are called iridescent pastel gems. They come in 3 different colors. One's kind of a pinky iridescent color. One's kind of pool party blue, and one's calypso coral-ish. So I'm going to use the one that is kind of pinky in color. Thought that would go. And then we'll just put one there. And then the last thing is to adhere the inside of the card. I was thinking I was going to put some ribbon on, but I think it's got, my card has enough on it. Don't want to cover up that flower anymore than it got covered up. So there we go. I think it's a really pretty card. I think this stamp set is just so pretty that you can do it with all sorts of colors. There's the sketch. I was thinking Night of Navy and Polished Pink. It looks quite pale, I think, on the video, but it's actually with the pink, it's a little brighter in person, I think. Maybe a little bit of Wink of Stella would be good too. But you could make some really pretty cards if you actually colored this with your blends. You could make it quite bright and quite colorful. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. Now, this is going to be my last live through Christmas. So my sister, hopefully, fingers crossed, arrives on Thursday, depending on the weather. And so I'm going to take a little bit of a break until next Tuesday night when I will be back live with a sketch challenge. So hope you all have an amazing Christmas. Have a happy time. Hope you're able to spend some time with your family and friends and enjoy the holiday season. So yeah, enjoy your time. And I will see you back here at 6:30 Pacific on December 27th. Thanks everybody for joining me. Merry Christmas. Bye.